I'm Janis Putelis with the MeatEater crew. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about keeping up with my knives throughout the year. Now, truth be told, I use knives in the kitchen much more often than I do knives in the field. Even though I get to hunt a lot in the field, even if it's a 7-day hunt, more than likely there's going to be like 2 hours where I use a skinning and field butchering style knife in the field out of like a whole week. Now, coming into my kitchen though, my fillet and boning knife, and then my chef's knife, those get used almost on a daily basis, certainly the chef's knife. I use a couple different products from Sharp to bring back the knife to sharpness or just keep it sharp if I haven't let it go. When I have the time, I really want to go back and put a nice edge on it and put some effort into it. I'll use Sharp's benchtop whetstone. What I like to do is soak this whole thing in water for like 5 minutes before I get started. And then it's got two sides. Brown is the medium, the white's the fine. You set it in here. And like with all their products, they have the edge, the angle guide for you. 17 on one side and then 15 degrees on the other side. Pretty simple on how to do it. I just start at the tip, light pressure with my 4 fingers. Just try to hold that angle as I push it across. Light to medium pressure. When I'm starting out, I'll usually go 10 strokes per side and do 3 or 4 sets like that. So 30 or 40 strokes per side. Flip it over, go to the fine grit. Probably just do 10 to 20 strokes per side. As I do this, I'm maintaining the angle with my hand that's holding the handle of the knife, and just using my opposite hands, the one that's on the blade, to just apply a little bit of pressure. Try to keep that pressure even across the whole stroke. And what you're looking for when you drag your thumb across the blade, it's sort of like a friction where it's catching. A dull blade just kind of lets your skin just roll right over it. Same thing on your thumbnail. If you put it in there, it should catch when you drag it across your nail. Boning fillet knife is a very sharp angle. I think it's actually set at 14, so I'll use that. I'll just flip it to 15 on this thing and use it. But for most everything else in my kitchen, I run 17 degrees. This benchtop sharpener actually is 17 and 20. Most people recommend that you go 20 for like your in the field use knives. Again, it's not quite as steep, so it's not quite as sharp, but that edge is going to last a little bit longer for you. Okay, when I don't have enough time to use the whetstone, I'll just grab this angled benchtop sharpener, and it comes with 2 different plates. You have the coarse and the fine. You should start off with the coarse. And now the longer blade like this is a 10-inch chef's knife. The sharpener itself is not quite long enough and big enough to really in one stroke get the whole edge. So what I'll do is sort of overlap it in 3 strokes. I'll do the base, and I'll just kind of start at a third of the way up, go towards the tip, and then start 2/3 of the way up, and finish on the tip. I think it's actually faster to just do like 10 on one side, then flip it over and do the equal amount. And then to finish, when I'm really trying to hone it, I'll just maybe do a couple on each side and make it nice and sharp. Some people, instead of pulling it across these sharpeners, you can push it. Both work. Do what's comfortable for you. Do what you can do best to maintain the same edge angle. And then last but not least, just about anybody can run this E5 sharpener from Sharp. The whole process is done through different speeds to refine your edge, which is pretty slick. You can choose the angles on it. Super simple to use. And again, in a jiffy, in a pinch, pull it out, plug it in, rip my knife across it, 5 times each side, and I'm ready to at least cook dinner that night. None of these stones or this belt sharpener require a lot of pressure. Like a light to medium pressure is all you need. There you go. Keep your knives at home sharp and enjoy your cooking experience that much more.